Feeling that afternoon brain fog? Research from Stanford suggests a simple morning drink may help support all-day mental clarity. It takes just 5 minutes to make, and I'll walk you through the simple steps right now. Supporting your brain health doesn't have to be complicated. This simple 5-minute morning ritual uses two common grocery items that new research indicates may help boost focus. Let's look at the science behind this easy-to-make drink. Researchers at Stanford recently discovered a fascinating link between gut health and daily focus in adults over 50. We're going to explore their findings and the simple 5-minute morning routine that study participants used. We've all had those days where the afternoon rolls around and a mental fog just seems to settle in, making it hard to concentrate. It's a frustrating feeling. But what if the solution wasn't another cup of coffee, but something that starts in your gut? Today, we're going to explore the powerful and scientifically backed connection between your digestive health and your daily focus, and how a remarkably simple 5-minute morning routine may help you feel sharper and clearer all day long. Recent university research has shed new light on this connection, particularly for adults over 50. In these studies, scientists observed that when participants consistently consumed a specific combination of probiotic and prebiotic foods, many reported a noticeable improvement in their ability to maintain focus and a significant reduction in that familiar afternoon slump. This points to a fascinating communication highway in our bodies that many of us never even think about. This highway is often called the gut-brain axis. Think of your gut as a kind of second brain, constantly sending messages back and forth with the one in your head. When your gut is out of balance, it can create a type of low-level internal static or inflammation that can interfere with the clear signals your brain needs to function at its best. On top of that, your gut is where the vast majority of your body's serotonin is produced. Serotonin is a vital chemical messenger that plays a key role not just in mood, but also in your ability to concentrate. When your gut bacteria are healthy and nourished, they can do their job of producing these essential compounds. The simple fix we'll be discussing works on a very straightforward principle, providing your gut with both the good seeds and the right fertilizer at the same time. The good seeds are probiotics, which are beneficial living bacteria. The fertilizer is a special kind of fiber called a prebiotic, which feeds those helpful bacteria and allows them to thrive. By giving your system this combination, you help create a calm, balanced environment that can reduce those inflammatory signals and support a clearer mind. Unlike complicated diets or expensive supplements, this approach uses simple whole food ingredients that you can find in any grocery store. The entire process is designed to be accessible and stress-free. We'll be looking at just two main ingredients: a specific type of probiotic drink and a powerful prebiotic food source. The only piece of equipment you'll need is a blender, and the whole ritual takes less than 5 minutes to complete in the morning, making it easy to fit into any schedule. You'll soon discover just how effective this simple approach can be. Now, before we dive into the specific ingredients, it's important to remember that this information is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please be sure to consult with your doctor before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or are taking medications. It's always wisest to start slowly with any new food, allowing your body to adjust comfortably. To get started, let's first explore the foundation of this powerful fix, the specific type of probiotic drink that researchers have found to be most effective for supporting this gut-brain connection. So let's explore that powerful probiotic drink we just mentioned. The foundation of this simple gut-brain fix is a beverage called kefir. This section will help you understand what makes it special and give you the confidence to choose the perfect kind on your next trip to the grocery store. You may be familiar with yogurt, but kefir is its more powerful cousin. It's a fermented milk drink with a slightly tart taste and a thinner consistency than yogurt, making it easy to drink or add to smoothies. What makes kefir stand out is the incredible diversity of beneficial bacteria it contains. While a good quality yogurt might have 2 to 5 different strains of helpful microbes, kefir can contain up to 50 or 60 different kinds of beneficial bacteria and yeasts. Think of it like planting a garden. Having a wide variety of different plants creates a much healthier and more resilient ecosystem. In the same way, this greater diversity in your gut helps build a stronger intestinal barrier, which is essential for clear communication between your gut and your brain. Beyond just the number of bacteria, kefir contains specific strains that research suggests are particularly helpful for brain health. Some of these tiny helpers have been studied for their ability to help lower stress hormones and improve cognitive function. During its fermentation process, kefir also creates unique natural compounds that are not found in regular milk. These special compounds may have a gentle calming effect on the body and can help reduce the low-grade inflammation that contributes to brain fog. A gut filled with these beneficial microbes is also better at absorbing key brain nutrients from all the foods you eat, such as B vitamins and magnesium. Getting started is simple, and the most important choices are made right at the grocery store. When you're in the dairy aisle, look for kefir that is labeled plain or unsweetened. This is the number one rule because added sugars can feed the less desirable bacteria in your gut, working against your goals. Also, choosing a full-fat version is often a great idea, as it contains important fat-soluble vitamins that support both your brain and your gut. The ingredients list on the bottle should be very short and simple, typically just milk and live active cultures. If this is your first time trying kefir, the key is to start small and allow your body to adjust. A good starting amount for the first few days is just 1/4 of a cup, which is about 2 ounces. You can slowly work your way up to a 1/2 cup or more as you feel comfortable. For those who are sensitive to dairy, there are wonderful non-dairy options available, such as water, kefir, or kefir made from coconut milk. They offer a different but still beneficial range of probiotics. It's important to know that for a small number of people, introducing so many new beneficial bacteria can cause some temporary gas or bloating. This is usually a normal sign that your gut microbiome is changing for the better, and it typically subsides within a week. Starting with a smaller amount is the best way to avoid this discomfort. It's surprising just how different the effect of kefir is from yogurt, and the benefits often reflect that. So, here's a simple way to apply this. The next time you're shopping, you could look for a small carton of plain full-fat kefir. The following morning, try try pouring just a small amount, maybe 2 to 4 ounces into a glass. As with all dietary changes, remember that this information is for educational purposes, and it's always a good idea to see what works best for your own body. Now that we have our probiotic powerhouse, we need to give it the right fuel to do its best work. Providing the bacteria is only the first half of the equation. Next, we'll uncover the surprising prebiotic food that can supercharge these benefits and complete our 5-minute fix for better focus. Excellent! Providing the beneficial bacteria is the first crucial step. But to truly get the results we're looking for, we need to give them the proper fuel. This section will help you understand what that fuel is, why it comes from a surprisingly common and affordable fruit, and how to easily incorporate it into your routine. This is the second half of our powerful gut-brain duo. The special fuel we're talking about is a type of prebiotic fiber called resistant starch. It's different from the starches you might find in bread or regular potatoes. Unlike those which break down quickly into sugar in your small intestine, resistant starch makes the entire journey down to your large intestine untouched. Once there, it becomes the perfect meal for your beneficial gut bacteria, including the new ones introduced by the kefir. When your good gut bacteria feast on this resistant starch, they produce a wonderful substance called butyrate. You can think of butyrate as a health tonic for your gut. It's the primary energy source for the cells that line your colon, helping to keep your gut wall strong and healthy. A strong gut barrier is essential for preventing the kind of inflammation that can lead to brain fog. Even more impressive research suggests that this beneficial compound can also travel to the brain, where it may have protective effects on brain cells. So, where do we find this amazing resistant starch? In one of the most common fruits available, the banana. But there's a key difference. As a banana ripens and turns yellow, its resistant starch converts into sugar. For our purposes, we want a banana that is still green, or at least has green tips. This unripe version has the highest concentration of that beneficial prebiotic fiber. An added benefit is that because this starch digests so slowly, it helps keep your blood sugar levels stable, preventing the sudden energy crashes that often cloud our thinking in the afternoon. Getting started with green bananas is incredibly simple. When you're at the store, look for bananas that are firm to the touch and more green than yellow. For this recipe, you only need about half of a small green banana. Peeling it might be a little tougher than a ripe one, but it's still quite easy. You don't have to worry about the taste either. While a raw green banana isn't very sweet, its flavor becomes very mild and almost unnoticeable when it's blended with the kefir. We know that life isn't always perfect, and sometimes you might not be able to find green bananas. If that happens, you can use 1 to 2 tablespoons of green banana flour, which is easy to find online or in health food stores. And just like with the kefir, if you have a sensitive stomach, it's always best to start with a smaller amount, perhaps just a quarter of a small banana, and see how your body feels. The good news is that bananas are one of the most budget-friendly fruits, making this a very accessible strategy for anyone on a fixed income. Here's a simple way to think about it this week. When you buy a bunch of bananas, you can enjoy some as they ripen, but set 1 or 2 aside to use in your morning drink while they're still green. Unlike the kefir, which is about adding new beneficial bacteria to your system, this step is all about nourishing and strengthening the good bacteria you already have. But what truly makes this combination powerful isn't just the two ingredients on their own. As always, remember that this information is for educational purposes and is meant to support, not replace conversations with your healthcare provider. We now have our probiotic powerhouse and its perfect prebiotic fuel. The next step is to put them together in the simple 5-minute protocol that researchers found was so effective for improving all-day focus. We've now identified our two key ingredients, the probiotic powerhouse of Kefir and the perfect prebiotic fuel from green bananas. This is the turning point where we move from understanding the pieces to putting them together. We're now ready to walk through the exact 5-minute morning protocol that combines these foods into one simple, powerful drink for supporting all-day mental clarity. This straightforward approach is likely a wonderful fit for you if a few things ring true. If your mornings feel rushed and you need a healthy habit that takes just a few minutes, this is ideal. It's also perfectly suited for anyone who consistently feels that afternoon wave of brain fog and is looking for a natural way to maintain steady energy. Finally, if you're someone who prefers to get your nutrients from whole foods rather than from a collection of supplement pills, this method provides a simple food-first solution. Here is the simple playbook for creating your morning brain boost. You'll just need your blender. First, pour about a half cup to 1 full cup, which is 4 to 8 ounces of your plain, full-fat kefir into the blender. Next, take half of a small green-tipped banana and add that in. If you prefer a thinner, more juice-like consistency, you can also add a 1/4 cup of water. Then simply blend it all on high for about 30 to 45 seconds until it's completely smooth. Pour it into a glass, and it's ready to enjoy. Once you're comfortable with the basic recipe, you can also include a few optional additions to enhance the benefits. A small handful of blueberries adds a wonderful flavor and is packed with antioxidants that support brain health. A tablespoon of chia seeds or ground flax seeds can provide healthy omega-3 fats. Just be sure to let them sit in the drink for a few minutes to soften. For extra support with blood sugar balance, a small dash of cinnamon is another excellent choice. For the best results, the timing can make a difference. It's a good practice to drink this on a relatively empty stomach, perhaps about 15 to 20 minutes before you have your regular breakfast. This timing helps give the living probiotics in the kefir a clear path to your gut, allowing them to get to work more effectively. Now, as you begin, the most important rule is to listen to your body. The goal is to feel good. If you notice any digestive discomfort that doesn't go away after a few days, simply reduce the amount of kefir or banana you're using. The most common mistake is trying too much too soon. It's also important to remember that this drink is a powerful health booster, but it is not a meal replacement. Be sure to follow it up with a balanced breakfast that contains protein and healthy fats to keep you properly fueled for the day ahead. There is one crucial safety note to be aware of. And just like with the kefir, if you have a sensitive stomach, it's always best to start with a smaller amount. Perhaps just a 1/4 of a small banana and see how your body feels. The good news is that bananas are one of the most budget-friendly fruits, making this a very accessible strategy for anyone on a fixed income. Here's a simple way to think about it this week. When you buy a bunch of bananas, you can enjoy some as they ripen, but set one or two aside to use in your morning drink while they're still green. Unlike the kefir, which is about adding new beneficial bacteria to your system, this step is all about nourishing and strengthening the good bacteria you already have. But what truly makes this combination powerful isn't just the two ingredients on their own. As always, remember that this information is for educational purposes and is meant to support, not replace, conversations with your healthcare provider. We've put together the simple and effective recipe, but the real key to success with any new health habit is making it work for your unique body and lifestyle. So, this next step is all about personalization. We'll explore how to gently adapt this routine to fit your specific needs, what to expect in the first few weeks, and how to track your progress in a way that feels easy and encouraging. Let's look at a few common scenarios. If you know you have a highly sensitive digestive system and react strongly to new foods, the best approach is to start even smaller. You might begin with just a quarter cup of kefir, which is 2 ounces and a quarter of a small green banana. Try staying with this smaller amount for a full week to give your system plenty of time to adjust before slowly increasing. On the other hand, if you're watching your budget, you might consider making your own kefir at home. It's surprisingly simple, much more affordable in the long run, and requires only a one-time purchase of kefir grains, which you can find online or at a health food store. If you are taking multiple medications, consistency is your friend. While we've already discussed the importance of speaking with your doctor, if you're on blood thinners, it's a wise practice to let your healthcare provider know about any new consistent habit you adopt, like this one. This helps them manage your overall care effectively. Finally, if you simply don't love the earthy taste of the green banana, an easy fix is to add a small handful of frozen berries, like blueberries or raspberries. They completely transform the flavor without adding unhealthy sugar. Understanding what to expect can also make the process more enjoyable. During the first week, you might not notice any big changes in your focus just yet. Instead, look for subtle shifts in your digestion, such as improved regularity. This is a sign your gut is beginning to adjust. It's during weeks 2 and 3 that most people start to notice a real difference in their energy levels. You might find you're not feeling that afternoon slump as strongly. By week 4 and beyond, the benefits to your mental clarity may become more pronounced and consistent. A wonderful way to see these changes for yourself is to keep a simple journal. You don't need anything fancy. A small notebook will do. Each day, you could simply rate your morning focus, your afternoon energy, and your overall digestive comfort on a scale of 1 to 5. This simple act takes less than a minute, but provides a powerful visual record of your progress over time. It's also helpful to remember that this whole food approach provides a different kind of energy than a cup of coffee. It's not a quick artificial jolt, but rather a way of building a solid foundation for a sustained, calm focus that can last all day without any jitters or a later crash. While targeted probiotic supplements can be helpful for some, this method has the unique advantage of providing a wide diversity of living bacteria along with their prebiotic fuel source, which is something a pill alone cannot offer. So this week, you might decide to start with the highly sensitive dose. At the end of each day, you could take just 1 minute to jot down in a notebook how your energy felt that afternoon. Remember, every person's body is different, and all the information here is shared for educational purposes. Knowing how to start and what to expect is the key to building confidence with this new habit. Now that you have all the tools to make this routine work for you, let's bring everything together into a simple step-by-step roadmap to turn this small action into a lasting habit for your long-term brain health. We've covered a great deal of information from the science of the gut-brain connection to the practical steps of making your morning drink. Now, let's bring it all together into a simple, week-by-week roadmap. This is designed to help you turn this knowledge into a lasting habit that feels comfortable, confident, and tailored just for you. During your first week, think of it as the introduction phase. The goal here is gentle adaptation. Try making the smoothie just 3 or 4 times this week using that smaller starting dose we discussed, about 1/4 to a half cup of kefir and 1/4 to a half of a green banana. The only thing to notice this week is how your digestion feels. Don't worry about results yet. You're simply giving your body time to get acquainted with these new beneficial foods. For weeks 2 through 4, you can move into the consistency phase. Here, you might aim to have the smoothie 5 to 7 days a week, using the full dose of up to 1 cup of kefir if you feel ready. This is a great time to use that simple journal we talked about. At the end of the day, just jot down a quick note about your afternoon energy levels. The checkpoint here is to see if you're beginning to notice even a small reduction in brain fog. From the second month onward, you'll be in the maintenance phase. By now, this 5-minute fix can become a stable and easy part of your morning routine. Your checkpoint can be a simple monthly reflection. Is it feeling a little easier to read a book, solve a puzzle, or stay engaged in a long conversation? This is also the perfect time to adjust your optional add-ins like berries or seeds based on what makes you feel your best. If progress feels slow, the simplest change to try is ensuring you are consistently using plain, unsweetened kefir, as hidden sugars can often hinder results. As we conclude, it's essential to revisit a few key points on safety. Please remember that all of this information is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. It's always best to consult with your healthcare provider before starting any new health protocol, especially if you have a compromised immune system, are on blood thinners, or have other chronic health conditions. True health is personal, so if something doesn't feel right for you, it's always best to pause and seek professional guidance. We've learned that by supporting the powerful gut-brain axis, a simple morning smoothie, combining probiotic kefir and prebiotic green banana, may help boost all-day focus. This approach is a wonderful food-based way to support your brain health naturally. I'm curious to hear from you. What is the biggest challenge you face when it comes to maintaining focus? Sharing your experience in the comments below can help our whole community learn and grow together. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe for more science-backed tips for living your best life after 50. Next week, we'll be exploring 3 gentle exercises that research suggests may improve memory in just 10 minutes a day.